Hey everybody, this is Dr. Matt Joosse at Joosse Family Orthodontics in Williamsburg, Virginia. Wanted to show off this case because it uses a new form of technology within braces, something that's called Lightforce braces. Lightforce is a 100% customizable bracket system. So basically what that means is that in a case like this is Nora, I'm going to program in all the movements that I want to see happen in Nora's mouth, and then we're going to actually 3D print the braces to produce those movements, those desired movements that I'm prescribing. And so the brackets are customizable to the size and shape of her teeth. They're customizable to the movements that I want to see happen. And so theoretically, that should reduce treatment time. So let me show you what happened in Nora's case. All right, so this is Nora when she started, just looking for a nicer smile. She has something that we call Class 2 Division 2 bite. It's a really classic bite. A lot of people have this, and there are two hallmarks of the Class 2 Division 2 bite, actually three hallmarks. One of them is that we tend to have what's called a deep bite. So the upper front teeth overlap the lower front teeth excessively. You can't see a whole lot of some of these lower front teeth, and that's one of the things that goes into this classic bite relationship. The second one, which you can see from this vantage point, is that the lateral incisors, the second teeth, they kind of stick out, they flare out, while the central incisors are kind of tucked backwards. So it kind of gives this appearance where the front teeth look a little funky because the two are sticking out and the two are tucked backwards. And then the third characteristic of this type of bite you'll see in just a moment. This demonstrates kind of what's happening with those front teeth. You can see the lateral incisors sticking out and the central incisors kind of tucked back. And then finally, the other hallmark of a Class 2 Division 2 bite is a large overbite. So it has to do with how the bite fits together in the back of the mouth. In the back of the mouth, you'll see teeth that are kind of stacked one right on top of one another, like you see here. And then therefore, because they're stacked like that, you actually see a big distance from the upper front teeth to the lower front teeth. Now the overbite is actually bigger than what you see here because remember, these two front teeth, they're tucked back in. If they were flared out like the next two teeth were, you would actually see a significantly bigger overbite. So it's a bigger overbite than what you think. This is how after we fixed it. And this is how the bite should fit together. The teeth kind of zigzag like this. There's no excess overbite in the front. Here are the upper front teeth looking from the tongue, and they are perfectly straight, which is beautiful. And from the vantage point, we've got a great relationship of the central incisors and the lateral incisors now. Here's Nora smiling at the end of her treatment. Beautiful smile on a great girl, so it really fits her personality. And you can see quite the change in her smile from when we started to when we ended. But the beautiful thing about Nora's treatment and the Lightforce technology that we used in Nora's treatment was what it did for her appointments. So we finished her treatment in 9 appointments in office. And normally this kind of treatment would take us somewhere around like 16, maybe even 18 appointments. But let's use 16 just to be conservative. We went from 16 appointments to 9, which is a 44% reduction in appointments. So that's pretty great. And we finished her treatment in 11 months. And normally these treatments will take the better part of a year and a half, maybe even up to 2 years. So if we take the year and a half estimate, we did this 40% faster by doing it in 11 months. So that customizable bracket system does two things for patients. Number one, it reduces the number of in-office appointments, which is great because every in-office appointment isn't just the time that you spend in our office, it's also the time that it takes to get from school to our office and back to practice or wherever you're going. And it might even be the time that your parent takes off to get you there, things like that. So a reduction in the number of in-office visits is huge. And then the reduction in treatment time is pretty awesome as well because think about it, Nora was only in braces for less than a year, so 11 months out of the year instead of a year and a half. That's great for her lifestyle to have fewer things in her mouth for less time. So we consider this a really big win, and it supports some of the research about Lightforce technology, about reducing the number of appointments and reducing overall treatment time. So congrats, Nora, on your beautiful smile. So glad we got to experience this new technology with you. Very, very proud of you. Keep smiling.